Hello and welcome back to Bannerlord Modded. We're going to be fighting this guy. He has just been kind of loitering around a little bit. He's got himself caught out pretty badly here, and we're going to make him pay for that. Unfortunately, I am pretty low in HP, so there is a very high chance of me being, well, murdered in so many words. Anyway, let's go for a nice little auto-delegate here so I can concentrate on my own character's actions. And we're going to see if I can maybe get some nice kills, maybe even on the guy himself. Yeah, we don't want to fight those guys though, that's for sure. Yes. Those are the kinds of situations where you kind of just want to cut your losses and be like, yeah, you know what, I'm good, thank you. Don't really want to get skewered in the face, and oh, that guy certainly did want to get skewered by the looks of things. That guy is also taking a little bit of damage from us. 93, almost a one-hit kill there. And I think, actually, didn't we get... I think so. We did get the polearm perk a while ago, and that is increasing our speed and damage with polearms by a pretty considerable amount. Not as much as the crossbow bonus, but it's still decent. Still pretty decent. I can't believe I hit a horse. Are you serious right there? You see that? Literally, every single time. Oh, no, okay, wait a minute. We do not want to get murdered here. We do not want to get murdered. As I've said before, we do have that percentage chance that we could potentially die, and we really don't want that. So let's just see if I can maybe do something here. Now, you may be hearing some, shall we say, clicks in the background. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to just explain very quickly why that may be. My old keyboard, the keyboard that I've been using for the last, I don't even know, the last 5 years or something like that, 6 years, I spilled something on it, let's just say that, and it's dead, basically. Yes, it is dead. It lights up, but it doesn't work, so yeah, there's that. And so I found an old one that is a bit loud. Got to say that it's got the clicky keys, you know, it's got the clicky keys that some mechanicals have, and so you may be hearing that a little bit in the background until I'm able to either see whether my my old one is going to dry out, if it does at all. It's not looking good right now, but otherwise, this is going to be something that I'm going to be using for the foreseeable future for various reasons. But yes, I just thought I'd explain that. So if you do hear something in the background like that, I know some people really like the clickiness of some mechanicals. I personally am not a big fan of it, just because I do make videos. Usually I'm fine with it though, because I actually quite like the sound. I actually feel like it's quite satisfying, you know? It's like ASMR a little bit, you know? It's like it's got that sort of satisfying feel to it, and all that stuff. So if you do like it, then that's absolutely great, but if you don't, then, well, I apologize. There's not much I can do about it at the moment. Anyway, this guy has a 15 relation with us already. He's actually the... Oh, wait a minute. If I execute... Wait, is he actually... No, he's not dishonorable. That's kind of unfortunate, but generally, I think we could probably eliminate him in just straight-up Mortal Kombat. I don't think we really need to go so far as to execute him and then, you know, have a bunch of people hate our guts even further than they already do. So that might be all right. Anyway, we've got Mirko's army down there. I was actually hoping that he would go and try and take Ortisia, but it's a bit unlikely that he's going to do that at the moment, because they don't have a massive army. There is another one relatively close by, but as you can see, they have a very large number of wounded troops still, because we have not really had an opportunity to have a bit of a break yet. A lot of my allies' forces are kind of just running around pretty much on the seat of their pants, pretty much, and it's a little bit difficult for them to get an opportunity to rest up. And wow, that is a huge amount of loot, as I said right there. That is a massive amount of loot. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sell a bunch of stuff. We're just going to try and sell as much as I possibly can. Apparently, yeah, we have a lot. Yes, we actually have a huge amount. Okay, I was not expecting this much, but as you can see by the scroll bar on the right of this little window here, you can see there's, look at how much stuff we have. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, let's just go for about 35k, and then we'll just purchase a little... do we even need any food? We don't even need any food, to be honest. Is there anything else here that I really want to purchase? Not really, right? Not really. Maybe I could get... Oh, yes, maybe a better shield. I know some people have been saying that I should probably get a better shield because I am using a tier 3 shield and it only has 320 HP, which is pretty low. So let's see if I can maybe get something that's quite nice. I'm not really holding out too much hope here because I generally do not like a lot of the shields that are available. Heavy round shield. Ah, yes. This is the kind of thing I really like. These kinds of things are really great, but I'm not entirely sure if it's going to be... Oh, yeah. That's nice. Look at that. That is a really, really good shield. It covers most of your torso. It covers your head potentially as well. And I really like that. And someone also mentioned that I should maybe try to get another crossbow. But this is my crossbow right now. It's pretty good. I mean, I feel like it's pretty good. It's got great accuracy. The damage is not the best, but I'm pretty sure we could find something better. So I will try my hardest to see if we can maybe do that, because I think that could be pretty beneficial to our quest to one-shot every single opponent with one crossbow bolt. That would be pretty fun. Anyway, there you go. We're done at the marketplace there, and now we're going to head on and see if we can continue to deal damage to the Royalist Vlandians. They really did pick the wrong fight, shall we say. And, oh, wait a minute. That guy. Look at this guy. He has a massive army at the moment. He has 831 people. Oh, hello, who's that? I will be chasing after every single vassal that I happen to spot, for various reasons, but mostly because generally if I'm going to try and weaken the opponent without executing, then the best way to do that is by entering into battles with them and then attempting to do as much damage as possible. And oh, look at that, she's apparently going to give up. I don't know whether I really want that, so I'm actually just going to go and I'm just going to attack her in general. I know that we're probably going to win this, but as I say, I do want that 3% chance to potentially cause a fatality. That is the main reason why I'm actually going in here to begin with anyway. And also because we're almost at 300 riding skill, which would be quite nice. Because I think every 5, is it every 5? I'm not entirely sure. Could be every skill point as well, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that. But yeah, I just generally want to try and upgrade my skills. And oh, that was really, really close. I actually really like the shield though. So thanks for reminding me, actually, about the fact that I do need to get a, or should I say, I did need to get a slightly better one, because we saw in the one of the previous sieges, actually, that my shield was getting destroyed very, very fast. And that is, well, you know, that's kind of bad, you know, especially if you're going to be running around and attempting to take archer nests out and all manners of ranged opponents. You really do want to be very careful about that. You want to make sure that you don't, you know, have your shield be completely destroyed, and then you're dead in the water, basically. Haha, if you'll excuse the pun, because obviously we're crossing the water right now. Anyway, the enemy really doesn't have a very strong force to show, but we're going to just try and do a little bit of oh, nice. Wow, look at that damage. Ooh, they raised their shield up just in time. Nice headshot. Yeah, 298 riding skill actually at the moment. Maybe I can get another couple of headshots and increase it. Look at that damage though. I can only imagine what it would be like if I had a slightly better crossbow. I mean, right now it's doing fantastically anyway, so I'm not entirely sure if I really need to stress about it too much, but I definitely will try to get one that is better in terms of damage. I think my accuracy is pretty good right now, so in general, not my own skill that is, but I mean like the actual crossbow is doing pretty nicely. Oh no, I actually hit one of our own mounts by the looks of things. That's not particularly good, is it? Oh well, never mind, okay. And I'm so close to, oh no, I am so close to getting 300 riding. But that is not going to give it to me. That is also not going to give it to me. I'm really surprised, actually. I wonder, have I reached the maximum cap of my riding skill? I don't think so. Surely the learning rate is still available for us. Yeah, there we go. We made it. 300 riding skill is right there for us. That's fantastic. It's been a long time since we've actually reached 300 in a skill like that. You know, apart from obviously trade skill and charm skill and all that stuff, but generally any kind of combat skill is pretty difficult to level up, especially if you don't have any kind of tweak mod installed. However, I did see some changes that were pretty interesting, actually. The developers of Bannerlord have decided to sort of remodel or change how the leveling system works, and I very much appreciate that, because I've been saying for many months, maybe even, has it been yeah, it's been a year, right? It's been a year since Bannerlord came out, but generally, I've been saying for a lot of time that the leveling process is way too slow. And I know that some people do enjoy a little bit of the grind and all that, but generally I would say that it's not even really a grind. It's more a case of it just being extremely, well, kind of clunky. It is a bit clunky, and you're not really going to be able to get very far without installing something that increases your experience gain. And this is not... personally, I would say that this is not imbalanced, because I know some people will probably say that it's completely imbalanced for me to gain, you know, like in my previous series, I used to have this mod that used to show how much experience I would gain, you know, whenever I'd level up a skill, for example. So whenever I'd shoot a crossbow bolt or an arrow or something like that, it would tell me how much experience I would gain in the text log. And sure, I would be gaining sometimes 14,000 riding skill in one shot. But you got to bear in mind that if you don't have anything like that, and obviously you can tweak it to how you want, you don't have to be playing with my settings, because obviously I'm playing with these settings because it is generally a series and I want it to be somewhat efficient, and so we're moving forward at a reasonable pace. You know, we don't want it to stagnate too heavily. But anyway, the point is, without any of these mods, at least before the changes, I haven't actually played the new version with the changes implemented, but before that, you would really never ever see a skill get to 225, 250, 275, or 300. It would be very, very difficult to get there. And even more so for trade skill, for example. I know that a couple of people way back, when I was doing more trading, and I was explaining that, you know, that this is a good way to make some early game cash and so on, that generally trading is very difficult unless you have the mod that gives the ability for caravans to give you trade skill, because by default the game is supposed to give you trade skill whenever your caravans make a profit. But unfortunately, I don't believe that's actually even working. So that's obviously a bit of a problem, isn't it? You know, if it's not working, then how are you supposed to level up your trade skill that fast unless you make massive amounts of profit yourself by running around the world and doing the best that you can to make as much profit as possible? But that's very difficult in the grand scheme of things anyway. So, as you can see, without a mod like this installed, it would be a bit difficult. It would be a bit difficult, but not impossible, but just very, very time consuming. I think someone actually said that they played for, what was it, like 500 in-game days or something like that, and they were barely able to get 200 trade skill because they'd just been focusing on literally just that, and that's all they had done for all that time. And I thought to myself, wow, that's a huge amount of dedication, but it's so long-winded. There's no way that you shouldn't need to do that, in my opinion. You should need just, you know, a simple couple of transactions to get you a skill point, maybe 1 or 2 transactions, maybe, you know, it depends obviously on the amount of profit that you make. But let's say you make 10k profit in one trade. We should probably get 10 skill points for that, right? One skill point per, you know, per 1,000 that you make. But that's not how it is. Sometimes you'll make a pretty massive profit, like, I don't know, 20k, 30k, and you'll make 6 trade skill, and I'll be like, what? Why am I gaining only 6 trade skill? Yeah, so, you know, generally I would say that any kind of revision that they made is going to be a welcome one, especially from my perspective. And I'm very much looking forward to updating my game, actually. Once this series is finished, I'll see what I can do about updating my game and seeing what kind of leveling experience it actually is. Because I've been playing with mods for a while now. Because without it, as you know, it is very, very slow. Alright, there's a ladder. Gonna try and get another one up. Because apparently these guys are way too slow for some reason. Oh, this guy's helping me. Look at that. Teamwork makes the dream work. Thank you very much. There we are. Let's get out my shield. I'm going to follow him up. I do have bash your face, thanks. So that's... oh, yeah. That's hopefully going to do some pretty good work for us right here. And hopefully I won't get shot in the face. I don't see any enemies right now. We do have a couple over here. Okay. Not so bad. Very pleased I have this shield, actually. Get him. There we go. Take out this guy as well. He's trying to fight really badly by using his axe into the wall. That is never a good idea. Nice. Take out that guy. Bash him in the face. That is the name of the game. There we go. And we have some people down there. Hello. Oh, you have no idea what is about to befall you, Saz. Oh, hello there. There seems to be another person right beside me here. Let's try and take him out. Oh no, I'm doing the thing. I'm doing the bad thing where I'm hitting my weapon into the wall. That is something that we do not want. Thank you. Oh, these guys are supernatural. Do you see that? There's this one guy that is literally swiveling around on a dime and just, you know, aimbotting at me straight away. I mean, that is technically what the AI is going to do, which is very unrealistic, but still. I guess it's better than them being completely defenseless. We got some people fighting in the courtyard down there as well. We got some more enemies coming in here. Oh, I'm getting shot. No, no, no. Okay, let me just reload real quick. Okay, here we go. We've got some allied friends. Let's do this. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go up here. What's going on here? Look at this. What is that? Why is there a wooden beam on the stairs? It's actually blocking me from going up. Can you believe that? Yeah, that's a bit of a bug right there. Needs to be fixed. I wonder whether it's going to stop the AI from actually coming up here. It seems like it might. That would be pretty awful. And what? Why? What is this slowdown? Did you see that? What is that slowdown right there? That is weird. That should not be happening. I think I'm going to die. You know that? I think I might actually die because of that weird lag that I just had. But I should be alright. Nice. Okay, I'm just going to get out my crossbow. Just see if I can do a little bit of sneaky damage. What's that guy doing? Look at him! That is absolutely hilarious. Anytime you kill someone and they're on a little piece of siege equipment, they always act very, very funnily. Nice. Oh, almost took him down. A 99 damage hit. I'm pretty sure if I'd done one extra damage, that would have been a wonderful kill right there, but he's most likely going to die from something else. Let's go zoom zoom because we have a very, very thin bar of enemies still remaining. And it was just one person. There we go. Okay, so I actually ended up losing only 4 units in that fight. What did I actually end up losing, though? Just some elites and some legionariuses. That's not that big a deal. And there we have it. We've taken another castle. I actually do not have enough space to take any more prisoners, so I will have to leave these guys, because I, for some reason, did not go to the nearby town and sell the ones that I currently have available to me. So yes. Anyway, let's go to the party here. Some of my... Oh, I think I actually have a maximum leveled party, which is pretty crazy. That hasn't happened in a very long time. But I am very pleased to say that apparently we do now have a completely max leveled army that is going to be kind of difficult to stop. Although, you can see this guy. He's coming over here. He's going to try and do some damage. Maybe I'm going to have some problems. Oh, no, never mind. Apparently his... Oh, look at that. Our allied army is trying to chase him down. I like it. Okay, ultimate thruster. You're up. Let's do this. Okay, so I don't really want to take control of this castle. Thankfully, I'm not even on the voting list right here, so I'm just going to... You know what? There's basically no point in me even voting for any of these guys, but I'm just going to go for this fellow. I mean... I kind of do need to get to 275 charm skill, but I don't think I have a huge amount in it at the moment. Do I? Yeah. I kind of do. But this is... Oh, this is actually pretty good. Immortal Charm, that's pretty nice. Every 5 skills after 250... What should we say? Every 5 skill points after 250 gives you +1 influence point per day. But do bear in mind, again, this is one of those times where if you have a massive amount of influence already, because it's so late in the game, and I mean you can see that right here. I'm gaining 2 per day, but just think about it, like, you know, this doesn't really affect me that much. This doesn't really give me that much benefit, and it's going to take me a huge amount of time to even level this up to 275, and that is with an experience mod installed. Do bear that in mind. So imagine how slow it would be if I didn't have that. So, yeah, as I say, I'm very much looking forward to seeing how the new leveling experience is, and maybe some of you have already tried it out, and if you have, then by all means, let me know in the comments if it's much better or worse or whatever you think about it, because obviously I haven't had an opportunity to do that. Anyway, let's see if our friends can actually even catch up to this guy's army. It's looking pretty bad so far. I don't think he has the speed. Does he? I mean, I'm gonna wait anyway, because I have only 68% HP. Oh, look at that. Fantastic. He got him. Let's do this. Oh, yeah. This is gonna be a super easy fight for us as well. Alright, I think it should be, but obviously, sometimes bad things can happen. We can actually suffer many casualties just from random stuff happening, which obviously is the nature of the game, and generally is much more realistic as well, because random stuff can happen in real life too, and realistically you never know if a stray bolt or arrow is going to fly past your head and hit your friend in the face or whatever, and then boom, you've just lost your most important vassal or something. You know, that's going to be pretty harsh. Anyway, I don't think I'm even commanding anyone right now. Yeah, I'm basically just commanding a bunch of infantry. I guess I could just tell them to auto-delegate. There's not much else that I can really do with them, unfortunately. So, yeah, that's the thing. I'm not the leader of the army, so I do not have any control over these units. I only have control over these units in the back. So, I've always found that the best way to go about things, especially when you're the commander of one of the formations, is literally just to try and support the AI in doing whatever they want to do, unless what they're doing is super dumb, which they might very well do sometimes. You know, I'm actually really surprised that they're allowing me to do this right now. I'm thinking to myself, what? What is this? I mean, surely they must have some kind of crossbowman presence, or some kind of ranged at all, and that they would be able to potentially do something against me, but apparently they're just not. So they're just not really caring about me doing massive damage to their lines, but do bear in mind that obviously that very much depends on what they think is a acceptable loss, you know, because it might very well just be acceptable to them. They might just not care that I kill, what, 10 units or something like that. Like, 10 units to them is probably nothing, because they do have an army of over 350 or so that we're fighting right now. So obviously that might come into it. Oh, nice. Good amounts of damage right there. Just got to be a bit careful about getting stopped by any enemy polearms. And for some reason, we're getting some really weird graphical flickering right here as well. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. That is kind of strange. I think generally this map has always had that problem for me, so I'm not entirely sure whether that's my graphics card or whether that is just the game. But I haven't had any problems in other games recently, in the last few months, so generally that shouldn't be something that we should worry about, really, but I do apologize for it nevertheless, because it is very distracting, especially to me, but maybe it's not going to be too distracting to you. Get him! Yeah, there we go. And I think we're probably going to go zoom right now. I don't think there's any reason for us to continue otherwise. I mean, I have already leveled up, which is pretty fantastic. Get him! Oh, we did some massive damage to his horse, but that was pretty much it. Alright, I think I'm gonna go zoom here. Yeah, I think it is definitely something to do with the game. You can see here that it's flickering even now. Oh no! Did we lose someone? Was that one of ours? But that's the main reason why I go into these fights, by the way, because there is always that particular chance for something to happen. I don't think... Yeah, there we go. That is actually an enemy vassal, and that's fantastic for them to lose someone right there. That is really, really good. That weakens them even further, and I am once again going to be letting many people go so that I can continue to repair my reputation. And hopefully, eventually, we will be able to speak to people on the same level once again, because I've been a pretty decent fellow for the most part. But those 2 executions that we've done, they were they were almost irreparably doing so much damage to us from a relation standpoint that I don't know, I'm not sure whether we could even recover from it, to be honest. But there we go. There's the total strength that the Royalist Vlandians have. I think there is a very, very likely chance that they will declare peace with us soon, even if their war exhaustion does not reach 100, but I suppose we will see what happens with that. I really wanted this army to go over to Ortisia, because that is just such a good town to take. For us, that would be an absolutely fantastic launching pad from this area to the rest of Calradia, because otherwise you have to go through this really annoying little bottleneck here. And that's not to say that you can't use the sea lanes or the ocean lanes right here, because obviously with the Calradia expanded mod installed, you do have the ability to go across the water. So these little choke points right here, they're not really that useful any further to defend or to attack a particular territory. But it's still much closer, you know? It's still much closer, and it saves you about maybe a day and a half, maybe 2 days worth of travel, which I gotta say is pretty useful, especially when you're being a little bit under time pressure to get to a certain point. So, you know, for example, if I wanted to go and assist this castle right here to defend it against the incoming siege, well, I'd only have to go from Ortisia to there, But now I have to go all the way from Kuyaz, which is super, super far. And I'm probably not going to make it there in time unless there is another army that gets there before me. For example, these guys, they could potentially get there in a... they're pretty far too, actually. Never mind. They're pretty far too, but yeah, it might be problematic for them to reach there. But that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.